What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome back to another episode in my path to power. As we get into this episode, I want to let you guys know that if you're looking to pick up any MSP or PSN cards, make sure to check out thegamekeys.co.uk. Or if FIFA coins are more your thing, check out justfifacoins.com. You can use the code Japes to get yourself a 5% discount on their instant delivery. So we're still trying to force it with this 4-1-2-1-2 squad. Not the best squad that I've ever used, but it's okay. And I'm coming up against a 3-5-2 team that's pretty darn nice. Felipe Melo doing what he's in the team to do, picking it up, or winning possession back in the midfield for me. Nice little bit of work out wide to Emenike, who I really actually like. And I feel like it's almost sacrilege to say for me because he's just one of those classic sweaty players on Ultimate Team. And I kind of try to shy away. But there he is, popping up in the right spot. Nice little bit of work from Van Persie. A little bit of luck on my behalf, but sometimes you need that to get an advantage, especially we're in the semifinal when you're in the semifinal of the Footmas Cup, and that's where we are. So this gameplay is a little bit old, and that is a wonderful through ball. I don't care how old the gameplay is. That is a brilliant pass to Cavani, who makes no mistake about it, nodding home in the 40th minute. So, sometimes you just have to, you got to give credit where credit's due. And that was a wonderfully timed pass. And I was down to watch the replays on that one. But I got myself into another really tough match. And we're heading into extra time. You can see I kind of dictate possession, but that doesn't mean that I don't give up chances and I don't give up shots with this formation. And I decided to go back to the old staple, the trustworthy 4-2-3-1. We're going to put Van Persie on the right, actually. Move Sal to the left. And I'm going to take off Wesley Sneijder, who's a little bit tired, and bring on the legend, Ronaldinho. Because I figured if I could bait out a free kick, bait something around the box, that I might be able to get what is close to an automatic free kick with Ronaldinho. I think in the games that I played with him, I'm somewhere around like 7 for 10 scoring, which is pretty solid. It's not automatic. 70% is definitely not automatic, but he's a much higher percentage than a lot of the other players I have. And nice work from one side of the pitch to the other, and it's Sal breaking free and taken down in the box for a penalty in the 111th minute. I knew this was my chance. And there's only going to be one legend that can step up. He's in the screen right there, getting himself into a nice spot in case I wanted to lay it off. It's not going to be Semikaya. It is going to be Ronaldinho. And I've talked about millions of different penalty kick techniques this year. Well, not millions. Really, I use two. I use the old trusty 1-1000, 2-1000, which definitely still works. Or I use like a 1-1000 up and over to the right. But that was a 1-1000, 2-1000. Over to the right side, and it was far enough away. I don't know, was the keeper moving his feet? I'm not sure. If he was and he was a little far off, that's probably why he didn't save it, but it was a pretty nice penalty regardless. And this is Ronaldinho, wonderful spot that he's in. This guy I have to wait for him to bring two defenders up because he's got to be chasing the game, and if he doesn't press with two people, I can do exactly this and kind of shield and hold the ball for a really long time. That's using left trigger to shield it and a little bit of left bumper for some close control, but I see Ronaldinho at the top, a wonderful advanced rainbow flick volley into the back of the net to give me 3-1 and send me with loads of confidence into the final of this cup. So I was thrilled with that. And I was just like, okay, I need to play this formation almost exclusively because I think it is that good for the way that I like to play. And I talked about finding your fit earlier on, and I tried all these different things out, but I wanted to use Emenike, and I was working on fitting different teams around him to try to get the most out of him. And actually, the 4-2-3-1 is a really good formation to get a lot out of him. And it's pretty easy to set up links for it as well, because you can use Wesley Sneijder, you can use Diego, which you're going to see me do coming up here. So we're going to go ahead and sell some players on, buy some new players. So we're going to switch to that 4-2-3-1 formation, and we're going to sell on Sal because the left mid obviously doesn't fit in here. Now, there is another variation of the 4-2-3-1, but I cannot get that formation to play exactly the way I want to. I think I'm going to actually I might stream it at some point where I sit down and for a few hours only play that formation, mess around with all the different instructions, and see if I can get that formation to play a little bit more similarly to this formation. So if that's something that you're into, my stream is twitch.tv/AirJapesFIFA. You can click follow. It'll shoot you emails when I go live, so you can decide whether or not to tune in when you get those notifications, those emails. But we go out and we pick up Douglas Costa, who is a player that many of you guys wanted to see me use in my Brazilian squad, but he links up nicely with Diego in the middle. Diego in the middle, he's got that Brazilian connection. And then Fernando, he's obviously got the perfect link. And I just go out and get Emmanuel Abui to link up with Semi Kaya. I could have gone out and gotten Serna, but Serna is, even his informed card looks a little bit sketchy this year. So it's a quality little team, and these are the instructions that I like to use. I set my striker as to stay central but balanced. I set my midfield on balance, or my attacking mids all on balance, but on free roam, which I think is where a lot of my chance creation comes from. And I set my two CDMs on cut passing lanes and stay back, because that's how you trap an opponent in for me. And with your 5 midfielders and 2 guys that are only looking to cut passing lanes while your outside mid or your attacking mids pressure, it works out pretty well for winning the ball back quite quickly. So we're gonna head on into the final of the Footman's Cup, and I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting all sorts of sweat, to be completely honest. I was thinking I was going to be a 5-2-1-2 BPL side, or, you know, with like Aguero and Sturridge, but like, so the good kind of sweat. This guy, 4-4-2, I said I like my chances, and he's got Lacazette and Cherchi up front, who are not bad strikers in any way, shape, or form, but they're also not, you know, unbelievably amazing. This is a very, very winnable game for me. And we get things started here in the 20th minute. I think that was Fernando winning possession back for me. Acamino, brilliant silver center back, as I mentioned a few times, does get caught out of position and seemingly ball watches, but nice 1-2 pass with Felipe Melo. Finds Douglas Costa drifting free inside, which is exactly what I want to see. My attacking mids, allow them to be creative, allow them to roam wherever they want, and just find them in that open position. And Douglas Costa is actually... with this match, I need to get a few more matches in with him, but off of this match, I want to say he's one of the best attacking mids as far as getting in behind. You can see he does a little bit of it right here, and I thought, yeah, I'm a skiller. Check out my hocus pocus, but it wasn't the right time for the skill, even though I do love that skill. But back inside of Costa, that's a wonderful scoop turn. Inside of Emenike, he rushes the keeper. I knew I probably wouldn't score. One more time over to Diego, and that time we put it away, giving us a 2-0 lead, exactly where we want to be 33 minutes into the final of the Footman's Cup. And this guy was feeling desperate. You can see I get a little fortunate because it did take a deflection off the keeper. Maybe could have actually slotted it under him, but he pauses the game, and I thought, please just rage quit out and I'll be done. This would be fantastic. It would be exactly what I wanted to see, and set me up for the rest of the tournament. But you can see subbed off his 2 strikers. That is Doumbia. The man next to him is Ibarbo. So what kind of a cup final with something on the prize like this would it be without seeing Doumbia or Ibarbo in there? We managed to pick him up, and actually Ibarbo's become a lot less prevalent since the patch. So I have to say, hats off to EA with that one, because it wasn't, you know, there were so many teams with him before. It was kind of, with his pace and his dribbling, he was just, in the sprint dribble the way it was just the best. I don't know what I could have done differently right there to prevent that penalty. It just seemed like one of those where the AI took control, and I don't know if it was given on the keeper or my defender, but the keeper came out by himself, and he got himself back into the match with that one. So 2-1, 60th minute. We start moving forward. I mentioned it before. Douglas Costa getting free behind the defenders, and that is a fantastic chip in the 61st minute, giving us a 3-1 lead. And at this point, I felt really secure with this match. I've got a 2-goal lead, and actually 2-goal leads this year are back to kind of the way they were for me in previous FIFAs, where once I get a 2-goal lead, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to lock this down and hold, you know, see the match out. And that is more or less exactly what we do. So we get a foul at the top of the box. Diego, very similar free kick taker to Ronaldinho, who had thought about subbing on for this free kick. I could have used Wesley Sneijder, I suppose, but I wanted someone with less power to get it up and over the wall quite quickly. Still not the best free kick, a little too much power, but Felipe Melo, who's been an absolute stalwart for us, the general of our midfield, and I would not hesitate to include include him in any possible squad that you guys want to. He manages to bully out right there, win a header, make it 4-1. This guy rage quits out in the 90th minute, which I just don't understand. And we have our 35,000 coin untradeable pack, which we're going to go ahead and open right meow. And it was a okay pack. So we got Giovanni Dos Santos, Callejon, Pedro. So you can see how long ago this was, because we would have had informed Pedro, and that would have been sweet. But we don't. We end up with just the one before. So this footage is a little bit old, but that's okay. We're catching up. I am home now. So I drove like 5 hours yesterday. I hope you guys had a good Boxing Day. And the packs went wonderfully for all of you guys that were opening all the lightning rounds and stuff. I didn't get to partake in any of that. So I'm a little bit jealous of some of the stuff that I've seen from the other YouTubers, but that's okay. We're going to go open one more of the Footmas packs, and because I'm having trouble these days opening just one pack, but that's where I'm going to leave you guys. I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, like a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. It really does help me out. Hope you had a very merry Footmas as well. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.